Welcome back, guys, to another Tesla video. This time we got a lot of good news, especially with the overall software for the Tesla. And since Teslas are coming out with some of the best software systems in the world, and a lot of other car companies aren't really researching this type of thing, of course, Tesla stock is going to the absolute moon. And of course, we will be talking about Tesla's full self-driving beta. On top of that, Tesla's new leasing experience, which is pretty nice, and this will definitely give owners a really big bonus. But of course, first things first, let's talk about Tesla's full self-driving beta. This is behind everyone's questioning how good is this software and should you guys get it? I mean, super expensive, and Tesla recently did raise it from $8,000 to $10,000. Spending $10,000 on just the autopilot alone is like buying a used fossil fuel vehicle. Now, when Tesla began the rollout of this full self-driving beta, only a limited amount of people actually got it. And the few people that received the FSD beta were absolutely amazed by the level of detail that the company put in. Because if you look at a lot of other people online, if you go through Twitter videos, so many of these Teslas with the full self-driving beta do extremely well in major city locations. People drive without their hands on the steering wheel, and you still have to be alert. But the majority of the reviews are saying that it's really nice, and the robotaxi network will definitely be coming out sometime soon. Now, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has also said that they want to be achieving full autonomy next year, 2021, and this is when the robotaxis will be rolled out. Now, keep in mind, the robotaxis will take a ton of convincing and a lot of regulatory approvals before actually coming out to the public. And even when they get approved, perhaps only some cities and some states will get the robotaxis. Another thing is you could probably only use the robotaxi network in major cities and not in rural areas and not in major interstates or highways. But hey, I'm cool with that. Now keep in mind that Tesla CEO Musk once again said that full autonomy will be achieved in 2021. My guess is robotaxis will be rolled out in 2022. You do have on Twitter the Tesla owner hacker Green the Only, if you check it out, shared some behind scenes look at the available FSD beta options. There's so many modes, and what this person is pretty much saying that Tesla is honestly a real software company, so many settings and so many buttons, and it's really confusing and it's really awesome. It's pretty amazing how much detail Tesla is putting into the full self-driving beta, and some even say it's well worth the $10,000 price target. And so far, you can also see different videos of him showing off the full self-driving beta, and it's pretty incredible. Go drive on different highways, and the car could definitely detect other stuff. And there's also several people saying how the Tesla vehicle actually slows down when there's someone in front of them or a garbage truck in front of them, very similar to a person driving. So it's more and more similar to a person. And keep in mind that the full self-driving beta is updated once every single 5 to 10 days. Meaning that it's getting better and better than ever before, and Musk wants to be rolling out a wider full self-driving beta software to the consumer, because at this current moment you only have a few people that get to enjoy the FSD beta. The majority of the people don't. So once you roll out the wider version, more people will be using the autopilot system, more miles will be collected, and Tesla gets a better range of data, which they will use, and once again rolled out brand new updates every 1 to 2 weeks just to improve it. So that's pretty incredible, and I really like this. Now, I'm pretty sure the general release of the full self-driving beta to all users will be maybe February or March. It's kind of doubtful if it's at the end of the year, since they're still trying to improve it, and they want to improve it the best they can before giving it to all their customers. Now, keep in mind that if Tesla does this, I may be very, very tempted myself to maybe get the Model 3 with the autopilot. It's such an amazing car with really good software systems. Imagine going to work and back without actually touching the steering wheel. Sounds pretty awesome. On top of that, you do have Tesla launching the Model 3's leasing program, and there's some major updates about this. Because currently, Tesla launched the new leasing experience for 2021. At this current moment, when you got the Model 3's leasing program, Tesla told customers that they would not be able to buy out their vehicles at the end of the lease periods. That's kind of a major bummer, but recently, Tesla's new leasing experience was announced in an email to a bunch of people that leased the car. This says that there's going to be new changes, for example, easier ways for customers to view invoices, current balances, and also manage payment systems through Tesla's account. But the biggest update is now Tesla owners in the Model 3 and the Model Y may be able to buy out their leased vehicles. This is pretty awesome. Keep in mind that this option has been available for the Model X and the Model S for the longest time, but apparently in the very beginning, Tesla wouldn't let the Model 3 or Model Y leased users do this because they want to be using the Model 3 and Model Y for the robotaxi network. If you remember from articles several months ago, Elon Musk was super certain that the robotaxi network will be rolled out later this year, 2020. But at the end of 2020, which is literally right now, we're only getting a wider release of the full self-driving beta, and that's about it. We're getting some people getting this beta software, and this is in the beta phase. It's good, but it's not perfect. And this is not good enough for a robotaxi network. So I don't really think Tesla wants to be getting all of these Model 3 vehicles back to themselves again, because that's a lot of vehicles. There's a lot of Model 3s and a lot of Model Ys at this current moment being leased out. And if these people can't buy out their vehicles, which honestly they really want to, these vehicles will be returned back to Tesla. And since this robotaxi network will not be coming out anytime soon, well, these vehicles, Tesla will just be hoarding a bunch of them. And they don't even have enough space to hold all these Model 3s. This is pretty awesome since now Tesla will allow the Model 3 and Model Y leases to buy out their vehicles at the end of their lease period, showing that the car maker probably has some changes in the planned robotaxi launch and rollout, because the robotaxi is pretty delayed, most likely delayed for 1 to 2 years. I'm guessing it probably will roll out 2021, maybe 2022, because Musk said that full autonomy will be achieved next year instead of this year. So it most likely will be coming out 2022 because of regulatory approvals. This is a really hard thing to get approved. Keep in mind, fun fact, Alibaba-backed company AutoX in Shenzhen, China, which is their tech capital, they already have 20 fully autonomous vehicles driving around the streets of Shenzhen. That's pretty big. And since China already has some vehicles on the road functioning as autonomous taxis, I think this technology is become bigger than ever before. There's a pretty big competition between a lot of the Chinese companies and a lot of companies backed by Alibaba versus Tesla. So there's a really, really big war going on in the autonomous driving sector. And I can't wait when this comes out. I would love to pretty much go from point A to point B without actually touching any steering wheels or any brake pedals. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe. More Tesla news coming in. There's a lot of brand new stuff about the company, daily stuff. Definitely stay tuned.